We begin by setting a static IP address to our laptop computer running the KeyDigital management software. We're going to set the static IP to have the first three octets be 192.168.1, and we ensure that the last octet is somewhere beneath 100 because the default IP address for IP1080TX is 1.101 and RX is 1.201. We apply these settings and we get to go ahead and open up our management software. At this point, we should have only our laptop, our verified network switcher, and our IP1080TX physically in front of us. So we have the laptop and the IP1080TX or RX, whichever you've chosen to start with first, connected into the network switch. We perform our first network scan, where the management software will scan, sweep the network to detect any KeyDigital devices that are connected. And again, right now we have the laptop and just one IP1080 unit connected in to that verified network switcher. Important to note that that verified network switch should be configured according to the instructions on our website. We've found the unit, so we can click, enter a desired video name. That will be a friendly name for the end user, and a group ID. Group ID is very, very important. It should start at 1, and we're just going to work our way up from there. We enter our desired IP address in the network settings down below. We press save, and it will reboot the unit. Now we can connect our second IP1080 unit and perform another network scan. And because the first unit has had its new IP address established, there's no risk that there will be a conflict for the IP addresses. So we perform the scan, we've detected our second unit, we set the desired friendly name. Our group ID now will be number 2. Oh, no, number 2, there we go. And we scroll on down and set our desired IP address for our second transmitter. We could save, it'll reboot, and we can continue on to the third transmitter. Important to note that you will want to apply some kind of label or sticker to each unit so that they don't become confused later when you're installing them. So now we can connect our third IP1080 unit, which for our 2x2 system is just IP1080RX, our first IP1080RX. We perform a network scan. And we apply our desired friendly name. Now for RX units, the group ID should all be set to 1 initially. And that's because the group ID for an RX unit represents what transmitter, what video source it's viewing. And that way you can get all displays up and running showing that same source, source 1. Easier for troubleshooting and initial setup that way. Connect our fourth receive unit and perform another network scan, or in this case we've actually just done an add to scan, which is acceptable as well and saves a little bit of time. And we're going to configure our last unit here. Friendly name, group ID also set to 1 again, and our desired IP address. Pressing the save icon to initiate the reboot so that it will reboot with the new settings applied. Now, after you've built your system here, or you've configured each of our units, it is now time to build our virtual matrix system. We go to the System tab, choose Manual Switcher, enter a desired name for this switch. It's got 2 inputs, 2 outputs, but very, very important here is that we deselect the IP922 4K switcher in the case of KD-IP1080. This is 2 different technologies there. And we've done create from scan, so it knows all of the information there about the units. We press save. And now we can connect our control gateway, which is either going to be an MC1000 or a CX800. We get that unit configured, which we have other videos documenting that you could reference from our website. And we will perform another network scan to ensure that it's detected And this unit is going to be the control interface for any type of control system to switch the video over IP system. So we found it here. So what we need to do now is go back into our system tab. We're just going to open up the 2x2 system we just built there. There it is. And now it is time to load this file into the MC1000 that we have here. We could use the drop down to find it and press start load. This process happens very quickly in a small 2x2 case. Larger as we have more inputs or outputs. And now the switcher file is loaded into the MC1000, and we could just confirm that by opening up a generic terminal software and entering the IP address of our MC1000 here. This is totally optional, but it is good to see. So we're going to connect in over IP here, and I'm going to set up my terminal so that you could see the command I'm typing, which will just be the letters STA, Sierra Tango Alpha, which is the first three letters of the word status. So that we could ask the unit the status, and we could see in here that it has a 2x2 video switcher file loaded inside, and it even knows the information about each unit. Very good. That's all we really need to do. We could also send switching commands to the unit if we wanted, but what I'm going to do is show you another way to send switching commands here, which is to again open up our management software and perform a network scan. And because it's pulled in all the units on the right, we're going to see basically what is a simulator of our KeyDigital app, where you have the 2 inputs, 2 outputs, friendly names, and as we do our switching, it